Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kim and today I am doing my first ever Create a Sim video. So sit back and relax and let me tell you the story of Esther Mayers and Jody Medrano. Now Esther's had a tough upbringing. She was raised in an old trailer park in Oasis Springs by her mother Rhonda Mayers and her stepdad George Strange. With no other siblings and few friends, life was lonely for Esther. She took herself to school, but some days she skipped it and spent the day in the local park watching the other children laugh and play. Her heart ached. She couldn't remember the last time she laughed, felt love, or was even noticed. Her very existence felt as though it was slipping away. One night, when Esther was little, she snuck out of the house and decided to take a walk. Anything was better than hearing Rhonda and George argue again. She walked until her feet were sore and lay down on a nearby bench. She stared up at the stars. It was her favourite place in the world. Her eyes were windows to the universe. Would life always feel this empty? What would be her destiny? Her eyes heavy and her heart filled with sorrow, she fell fast asleep. Eileen Medrano, Jody's mum, had been taking an early morning brisk walk in Oasis Springs when she found Esther. Esther was so fragile and delicate, with a sad, vacant and gaunt look about her. Jody remembered thinking he'd never seen someone look like her before. His mum had made some pancakes and hot chocolate, and they'd sat in front of the fire where they'd learnt of Esther's home life. Jody and Esther never knew what Eileen and Antonio had said to Rhonda and George that morning when they came to collect Esther. All they knew is that life would never be the same again. Over the following months, Esther and Jody got to know one another more and more and soon became inseparable. But Jody had his own demons that paled in significance to Esther's, so he waited to find the right time. He was struggling with his sexuality, never seemed to have a girlfriend. Friends had often jested that maybe Esther was the one. Little did they know how wrong they were. One evening, Esther and Jody had been out drinking in Windenburg, and on the stroll back home, laughing and joking, Jody faced Esther and told her there was something she needed to know. It took Jody everything inside to find the words. Esther, however, was amused. She watched as her best friend stuttered and squirmed. She'd never seen him look so uncomfortable, and so she took his hand. "I know," she said. "You know," he answered back, uncertain. "I've always known Jody, and it doesn't change a thing." And off she skipped along the path, drunk and merry. Esther's support and love was invaluable. She was the first person who ever learnt who the real Jody Medrano was, and that night in Windenburg was a memory he would cherish forever. Nervous but supported by Esther, they'd sat Eileen and Antonio down to tell them his truth. It was a nail-biting moment as Eileen began to well up. Antonio stood up slowly and walked over to Jody, his hand held out. Jody gingerly shook his hand as his father then pulled him into a tight embrace. "You, Jody Medrano, are my son. Black, white, alien vampire, gay or straight, you always will be." As time passed, Jody and Esther finished school and, eager to explore the world, both decided on careers in the city. Esther and Jody decided to get a place of their own in San Myshuno, a city under the stars. So that is Esther and Jody's backstory. As far as traits go, I decided to give Esther the cheerful trait, the geek trait, and the slob trait. I think she's she's so fun-loving, but she's the complete opposite to Jody. She's quite scruffy, she's not bothered at all about clutter, and she's really laid back. Whereas Jody, I decided to give him self-assured, hot-headed, and ambitious. I gave him hot-headed because I think he's a bit of a drama queen. He's self-assured because he's had so much support and love from his close friends and family with regards to his sexuality that he's confident about it. He's happy in his own skin. So he's a self-assured kind of guy. He's very confident. He's also really ambitious and he's really hoping to have quite a lucrative career in San Myshuno. Now, I have actually already created the apartment for these two, which will go up the day after this video goes up. I want them both to go up quite close together, and I'm looking to do a series of both Create a Sim where I create Sims and then I build them a build as well, whether it be an apartment or home, I don't know. But this is my first couple, and I've actually got some amazing families in mind that I'd like to create. I think these are quite tame really in comparison. So let me know what you think about that idea. And yeah, I'm quite excited for it. Obviously, next week I'll be looking at doing the new game pack, which I'm getting really excited for, where I will be doing a Create a Sim video where I create my own family and then I will build them a home to live in as well. So let me know what you think about that. I've also actually watched a video tonight of Simmer Kitten, who did a randomised Create a Sim challenge, and it was absolutely fantastic. To be fair, I think her character came out quite unscathed. When you saw the way the father looked, I really wondered what the results would be. So I think I'm actually going to do that challenge, and I will link down her channel below and a link to that video because it was brilliant. I haven't actually heard of that challenge. It was literally tonight I watched her video and thought it was hilarious. So I thoroughly recommend giving that a watch. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. My children actually broke up from school yesterday. Well, 2 broke up yesterday and 1 broke up today. So it's going to be quite busy in my household over the next week. But I love it. I love it when they're home, and I really miss them when they go back to school. It's also bank holiday this weekend in the UK, and I'm fortunate enough to have my husband home for 3 days. So I imagine that we will do something nice together as a family and have lots of fun. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. Bye!